Stop ES5.
So noting the prior revisions, revised up to minus 23,000 from minus 33,000. Treasury yields edge higher after the ADP employment tops estimates as well. France's President Macron says the EU-US trade deal was made under difficult conditions. We have posted out the US ADP employment change July report on the feed for those interested. The euro dollar hits a fresh 5-week low, last at around 1.1515 to the dollar. So in 10 minutes time now, at the bottom of the hour, we see the release of the US GDP quarter over quarter Q2
I'm
advance
talking to a
rate.
microphone.
Forecast
Just turn off.
2.6% on the prior
I'm
minus
saying we might go lower.
0.5%. The range sees 4.5% to 0.8%. The GDP price index forecast 2.2% on the prior 3.8%. Core PCE prices advance in this report forecast 2.3% on the prior 3.5%. GDP deflator
But that's
seasonally
not an
adjusted
intro.
prior read of
Intro was
3.8%,
up here.
and the PCE prices a prior of 3.7%.
You did this for a while
Keep in
ago.
mind as well, at the bottom of the hour, we are due to get the US Treasury's quarterly refunding announcement following the release of the quarterly refunding estimates.
Simple story on yes. That was the intro. Yes, just hitting resistance, support. Another manipulation. Well, technically, we did take that liquidity.
JP Morgan and Coinbase launch a strategic partnership to make buying crypto easier than ever. The Bitcoin did see a little jump to the upside off that headline, still down spot 2% on the session though, around 117,730.
It's London low. London high.
Hello, everybody. This is Donald J. Trump. Yeah, it's really me. And I'm gonna do a little advert for Financial G's. You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Can you believe it? Instead of a 67% tariff, you get a discount. It's huge.
So we are
Very,
taking
very big,
liquidity
very big. It was as big as my hand.
and drop and
Huge.
taking liquidity,
Not as big as
drop,
my hand.
taking
My hand's
liquidity.
bigger. But what are you waiting for? Come on, do it.
We'll
3
see you
spot 3%
next.
on the prior 3 spot 5%. The GDP
Maybe drop
deflator,
second
prior
leg down.
3 spot 8%, and the PCE prices are prior at 3 spot 7%. Keep in mind as well at the bottom of the hour, we're due to see the release of the US Treasury's quarterly refunding announcement.
5 minutes, 4 minutes. So FOMC statement and federal fund rate. Usual it happens. I mean, on the days like this, usual market just pumps up. In the first hour and a half, and then so Asia was here. We took that Asia already. Just have this 15 minutes here on Nasdaq, and if we switch in 5 minutes. Sorry.
One minute remaining now. I'll lead with US GDP quarter-over-quarter advance.
Welcome to Think with Bookmaps, where we trade futures in a blink with Bookmaps. And for that dough, you gotta think with Bookmaps. It's Bookmaps, it's Bookmaps, it's Bookmaps. It's the
G-Lines, your fund
moment
balance
you've
is
all been waiting for.
1874.
That's right. Everybody's favorite community, the Think with Bookmaps. Bookmaps, think with Bookmaps, think with Bookmaps. Community is the think with Bookmaps.
Stock NQ sell.
3%, higher than
Stock
forecast
NQ buy.
6%. Core PCE prices 2.5%, 2.5%, higher than forecast 2.3%, with price index of 2%, lower than forecast 2.2%. PC prices 2.1%, GDP deflator 2%.
Think with Bookmaps, community, man. It's the
Look at the US Treasury QRA now. They announced $125 billion of refund in Q1 total of this year to raise new cash of $35.2 billion. US Treasuries keep coupon and floating rate note auction sizes for at least the next several quarters. So again, US Treasury keeping a coupon and floating rate note auction sizes for at least the next several quarters. So they're to sell $25 billion in 30-year bonds. They're selling $58 billion in 3-year notes as well. US Treasury are to address the seasonal unexpected variations in borrowing needs in the next quarter via changes in regular bill auction sizes or cash management bills. So again, US Treasury are to see variations in borrowing needs in the next quarter and are to address this via changes in regular bill auction sizes as well. US Treasury says that buyback changes will raise the size of liquidity buybacks to $38 billion per quarter from $30 billion currently. US Treasury says increasing the size of cash management buybacks to a maximum of $150 billion per year from $120 billion previously. So the US Treasury to increase the frequency of debt buybacks on both 10 to 20 years and 20 to 30 year coupon buckets to 4 times per quarter from the current 2 times. So again, Treasury doubling the amount of 10 to 30 year coupon buckets this quarter. The US Treasury anticipates marginal T-bill auction sizes in the coming days, then maintaining that through the end of September. The Treasury says the buyback changes will be effective from August the 13th. So US Treasury yields climb here after the Q2 GDP tops estimates as well. The dollar did see some gains off of that as well. In the US stock index futures, just really a whipsaw in reaction to the GDP numbers and that QRA from the Treasury as well. So stock index futures again a little changed. S&P 500 around spot 0.7% up, Nasdaq up spot 1.4%, Dow up spot 0.2%, but near flat on the pre-market session here. We have posted out the US GDP Q2 prelim report on the feed for those interested. Looking into the GDP report then, it notes that the increase in real GDP in the second quarter primarily reflected a decrease in imports, which are a subtraction in the calculation, and an increase in consumer spending. These movements were partly offset by decreases in investment and exports. So it also says compared to the first quarter, the upturn in real GDP in the second quarter primarily reflected a downturn in imports and an acceleration in consumer spending that were partly offset by a downturn in investment.
It's just choppy. But I think we might make another leg down. see.
Nice upward thrust, taking the liquidity and then kind of just came down, and now we got this violent back and forth. So a couple pullback indicators on the top from the market volume imbalance. Let's see what else we got.
We have posted the full US Treasury quarterly
Overall, let's see if
refunding
we can
announcement now on the
test
feed
these
for
high
those
levels.
interested.
Taking a look at the volume profile for the last previous sessions. This is a very highly traded area, so that's good news. If we stay above this mark, the 523, 490-ish area, then definitely going up north. If we fall below it, I want to say anything below 420. Yeah.
India
anything
officials
under
says we're
400,
engaged with the
we might
US for a
see
mutually
more
beneficial deal.
Testing of levels, but for now, I think we stay here. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a chop as long as I can see the range. But yeah, these arrows are helpful. Sometimes they're right. I mean, look, you got this one right here.
We didn't take that
So
low.
That's still more pressure on the upside. But you know,
Yes,
I trade them like the Renkos. I want to see consecutive arrows before I take a trade. So now here's one that was down. Let me go back. Here's a down and here's an up. I'm not going to take that trade, but here's two downs. I will definitely take that trade. And probably would have been out somewhere right around here. Because here's your first green up arrow. So, yeah, right. Don't
The
forget to check
dollar
the
extending
news,
losses
hit that
following
like
the US
button.
data
I'll be in the
are
chat.
staying around spot 5% at
Catch you guys later.
spot 1485.
Yeah. We have that overblock here. A lot of liquidity.
The Canadian dollar weakens to a 2-month low at 1 spot 3805 per US dollar.
Got a naked POC here as well. Only yes. Okay, so we had the news. Looks like market wants to come back up. Pretty solid candle.
Order
I'm gonna
filled.
wait for it. I'm long.
So Trump posting on Truth, just touting the GDP numbers. Q2 GDP just out 3%, way better than expected. Quote unquote, too late, must now lower the rates. No inflation. People buy and refinance their homes.
$5.10. I think we should get a push now. Pretty fast because they've been chopping all night. We did grab that liquidity. This whole drop was just because of the news. Economic news, ADP and advance GDP. It's kind of risk-off situation. 510. I'm gonna be adding. We might get some nice drive finally. $94. Yeah. Could get a little dip in here. Into this fair value gap. Which by the way is massive. Can't even get down there.
US Treasury long-dated yields extending their rise after the refunding plan. 10-year yield up 3.2 basis points at 4.36%, while the 30-year is up 2.4 basis points.
Order filled.
Alright, I'm in. Let's get a second leg up.
GN 1313. Your fund balance is, it says, 2,400.
I mean, technically, we shouldn't drop into this. To be honest, I should just go after that momentum candle. Should just get a continuation.
Hi,
If we start to chop
Joe,
here,
your fund balance is
kill time.
360.
I'm not interested because this can just keep dripping down here. So what's the point to keep that risk when you can just shut it down? Buy it much lower again. We'll see. Target is up here. Pretty happy with the risk. Hmm. At this point, break even, to be honest. Because we tested the low. We tested this further you go. We should go or we're gonna drop. Simple as that. Okay, let's just not be silly. And if we got, no, to be honest, if we make another leg down, we're going down here, so no, there's no point really. It has to be here. Stop loss. Because if we make another leg down, break that, then we're going somewhere here. There's 13 minutes till 9 o'clock. 13 minutes till 9 o'clock. That should give me a second leg up. Market likes to move in twos, so we got one, and that will be the second one up there. We have liquidity 500, 515, up to 550. Not a problem. I mean, at this point, break even. Risk-free trade. Hit that, let's go up. Should I take half here? Should be adding here on the breakup. Yeah, that is not what I wanted to see. $8.50 I'll go. Let's go. Let's go. No. I'm going to close you. I'm going to close you. pushing. Like in every single trade, this is the most important part. You need to withstand with the minimum risk. If we go, we might find ourselves sitting in a pretty good trade. $9 push into this. But I don't. Well, not much liquidity down here, so there's not a big reason to go lower. We tested this fair value gap. We know it's bullish. The only problem is that we have sold into this 15-minute, so we can pull back. Yeah, I don't like that.
So ahead of the market open here, just noting the dollar extending gains. The Dixie up nearly 0.5% now.
Dollar is expanding. Not good for the market.
Iceberg and Cuba.
It's a bull flag. Maybe not 10, but take it down there. He stopped me. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna be a buyer lower. They should attack this 9 high. But you never know, they might manipulate before they do it, so. Liquid is there. 500 512. We know there was more, up to 550. They have collected basically everything with this drop. There was a London drop where they took Asia. Now this news, ADP, GDP news.
The euro dollar extending declines, falling spot 6%.
Oh, I can see dollar going up. So come on, Nasdaq, let's go. Let's make that second leg up.
So dollar just continuing this move to the upside in the pre-market, up around spot 5% on the Dixie.
We're going against the dollar. Usually when dollar goes up, market drops.
Order filled.
Nah, forget it, man. I gave it enough time. They're gonna go and grab that low. Let's try to buy this one more time. 92 is waiting.
Order filled.
There you go. Have to be careful here.
Effective Fed fund rate
Order
unchanged at
filled.
4.33% for July 29th.
$59 past. Let's see if they're gonna take it up now.
Well, it's me again. It's Donald J. Frickin' Trump, okay? And if you're sick and tired of hearing my voice in this ad, which is pretty sad, all you've got to do is go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Beautiful, big, huge discount. So what are you waiting for? Come on, do it.
Got 9 o'clock. He has also collected that low. But Nasdaq is dipping. Are we gonna bounce from here or what? 510 added liquidity. I'm doing it.
Order filled.
Going
Order
lower.
filled.
$75. No.
Order
That's
filled.
not an entry, my friend. This is not an entry to go short. Leave it.
Alex TWB. Your fund
The entry to go
balance is
short is here.
978,138.
Cable falls 0 spot 3% to around 1 spot 3306. That's the lowest since May 19th. That's
The entry to go short was here.
1.3306.
On that push. I need to stop doing this, chasing. Because I see liquidity I'm chasing. Might go down there, but yeah, that momentum candle was supposed to go on this, and we didn't continue. Deliveries have been much quicker. We grabbed that liquidity and boom, and then we failed. So down to $17. So at the open, what can we get? We can get continuation to this yesterday's low. This market is still weak. They started this move. Especially they didn't take that low yesterday on ES. Yeah, let's wait for the open, I think.
In the pre-market, just seeing Coinbase shares extending their pre-market gains to around 3%. This was off the back of a JP Morgan and Coinbase partnership to make buying crypto easier than ever. So we have posted out a Financial Times summary of the US Treasury. It's there to sell more short-term debt in a continuation of Biden-era policy. Again, Financial Times just summarized the QRA nicely, and we've put that out on the feed for those interested. Meta's CEO Zuckerberg says developing a superintelligence is now in sight.
Iceberg ESL.
Job continues.
The Korean finance ministers to meet US Treasury Secretary Bessent at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow in Washington.
could test this low.
2 nectarines, your fund balance is $45.72.
Matty, Matt, retail betting, liquidity. Your fund balance is 26.28.
Block. If they decide to go there.
Dilzik, your fund balance is 27.40.
Massive OB. It is big.
Stop ES5.
2 minutes from the open. Till the open. Give me out each.
One minute to go till we get the market on open imbalance.
82. So we are trading above this fair value gap. I don't know, market is kind of weak, but obviously at the open anything can happen. We might pop.
Ten seconds. Market on open imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 104 million, Nasdaq 100 sell side 2 million, Dow 30 buy side 10 million, Mag 7 sell side 3.6 million.
Order filled.
I see liquidity to 450. It has to go there immediately.
Hello, everybody. This is Donald J. Trump. Yeah, it's really me. And I'm going to do a little advert for Financial Juice. You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Can you believe it? Instead of a 67% tariff, you get a discount. It's huge. Very, very big. Very big. As big as my hands. Huge. Well, not as big as my hands. My hands are bigger. What are you waiting for? Come on. Do
Stop
it.
ES5.
Do you grab that liquidity? No. Yeah, as well.
Italy's economy minister says the US-EU deal on tariffs is to have significant impact on national and European economy.
Took the London loan.
Italy's economy minister Giorgetti says the EU-US deal on tariffs to have a negative impact on Italian GDP of a maximum of spot 5% next
Order
year.
filled.
Let's go, Laura.
Stop NQ sell.
Order filled.
Just grab something immediately.
Iceberg NQ buy. Absorption NQ buyers.
$140. Not bad. Liquidity down to 25. So, who
Iceberg
knows?
NQ buy.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi met with US business delegation in Beijing, according to the Foreign Ministry.
Absorption NQ buyers.
Whoa.
So in 10 minutes time now, at 9:45
Stop
a.m.
NQ
Eastern
buy.
time, we see the release of the Bank of Canada rate decision. Forecast is for rates to remain unchanged at 2.75%. We also get the Bank of Canada rate statement.
So climb back above the open. And pumping.
Absorption NQ sellers. Sweep NQ buyers.
Nasdaq pumping.
So according to the Foreign Ministry, China's Wang Yi says China is willing to strengthen contact with the United States to avoid miscalculations.
Perhaps lower because Nasdaq might just dip one more time. Let's wait for this. The momentum is gone. And that was the theme of all night, just taking high, dropping low, taking high, dropping low. So
The China's Wang says we should establish more channels for communication and consultation. And Italy's economy minister says 2025 government GDP growth target of spot 6% is still within reach despite the disappointing ISTAT data.
T-shirt above zero line. This candle is 1000 delta. ES is a bit weaker. $25, maybe 50. Have a good entry, perhaps somewhere here.
Stop and
We
Q
are
sell.
breaking that. Fair value gap.
Iceberg and Q buy.
Pevker says the US is to discuss any troop withdrawal with NATO. So that's Pevker, Estonia's defense minister. So again, just a repeat really here, but China's Wang Yi says China calls for more negotiation channels with the US. So in 5 minutes time now, at 9:45 AM Eastern Time, we see the release of the Bank of Canada rate decision. Forecast sees the rate remaining unchanged at 2.75%. We also get the Bank of Canada rate statements with this
Let's wait
as
for
well.
that.
Starbucks shares turning negative now.
Nasdaq was higher. He is just sitting down here.
Absorption and Q buyers.
China hopes American companies are to continue to invest in China, again according to China's Wang Yi.
Canadian base, no, right? Yeah, I don't know. This price action the last few days, it's bearish. That's the reason why we should not go lower.
Stop and Q sell.
Especially when we took that high now. We're failing now. Again. For the second
Order
time.
filled.
Inverted this fair value gap. Stop loss here. No.
Order filled.
God
Stop
damn it.
and Q buy.
God damn it.
1 minute now for the Bank of Canada rate decision.
Okay, so they haven't inverted it. Still bullish. $5.20 obvious target. Alright, let's try
Order
that.
filled.
See if we
10
can,
seconds.
we can get that.
No change, no change. Rate remains unchanged at 2.75% as expected. Looking to the rate statement now, Bank of Canada's Macklem says a rise in underlying inflation largely reflects the increase in prices for goods other than energy. It also says we have stepped up our regional outreach to help understand the effects of tariffs and are adding new questions to surveys of households and businesses. The Bank of Canada Monetary Policy Report
Maybe we
does
can
not
push now.
provide economic forecasts,
Start going
citing
finally.
uncertainty generated by US tariffs.
Sweep and Q
Bank
buyers.
of Canada do say that
Stop
risk
and
of a
Q buy.
severe and escalating global trade conflict
520
has
is there,
diminished
but I
since
don't see
April.
anything else. Okay, we got
Bank of Canada releases a
540
current
up there.
tariff scenario as well as two
Maybe we'll
alternative
get the
scenarios,
second leg
one
up.
with increased and another with decreased
Let's
tariffs.
quickly measure
In
the
the Bank of
leg.
Canada's current tariff scenario, GDP grows by 1% in the second half of this year, then
There you
picks
go,
up,
that's the
hitting
target.
1.8% by 2027. Inflation stays close to 2% over the scenario horizon. In the Bank of Canada's
Yes,
tariff
it's reaching this
de-escalation
high.
scenario, GDP grows by around 2% by the second half of this year, then averages around 1.7%
Sweep and Q
through the end
buyers.
of
Stop
2027.
and Q buy.
Inflation falls in
Absorption and
Q1
Q
of
sellers.
2026 before rising close to 2% in
44.
2027. In the Bank of Canada's tariff
44 possible.
escalation scenario, growth falls in 2025 before picking up in the first half of 2026 and rising to average 2%. Inflation rises to just above
Let's just hope we're
2.5%
gonna go.
in Q3 2026,
Finally.
then falls to around 2% by 2027.
Instead
Bank of
of
Canada say Q2 Canadian
reversing.
exports look to have fallen by around 25%. Q2 imports likely fell by about
Order
10%.
filled.
The Bank of Canada say in all three scenarios, nominal neutral interest rates in Canada is estimated to be in the range of 2.25 to 3.25%.
Absorption and Q buyers.
Bank of Canada Q2 growth in the final domestic demand estimate to be above 1%. Q2 consumption
Fucking
growth
hell,
seen
the
at
same
1%.
story.
Absorption and
Q2
Q
output
buyers.
gap estimated to have widened to between -1.5% to -0.5% from between -1% and
540
0%
is
in
waiting.
Q1.
Come on. Give me
Order
something
filled.
finally.
So Canadian dollar saw a little bit of weakness off the back of the Canadian rate decision there and the release of the rate statement. To keep in mind, National Economic Council's Hassett, currently speaking on CNBC, says GDP data shows strong growth.
No, honestly.
Order filled.
Sweep ES sellers. Sweep ES sellers. Stock
Ah,
NQ
god
sell.
damn it.
Stock ES sell. Sweep NQ sellers.
White House's Hassett says the data shows imported good
Mate.
prices dropped.
Order
Let's
filled.
try this short then. If they don't want to go up.
Well, it's me again. It's Donald J. Frickin' Trump, okay? And if you're sick and tired of hearing my voice in this ad, which is pretty sad, all you've got to do is go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67%
Order filled.
on a subscription. A beautiful, big, huge discount. So what are you waiting for? Come on, do it.
Come on, dump it finally. If you don't want to go up. Let's go down.
Iceberg NQ sell.
Loonie falls to a session low after the Bank of Canada holds their key policy rate there.
Alex WB, your fund
Absorption and
balance
Q
is
buyers.
97592.
Can fucking wake me up. I don't care. If it wakes me up, it wakes
So
me
in
up.
10 minutes time now, at
Hopefully
the top
we're
of the
gonna
hour,
go down.
we see the release of the
Yeah,
US
the
pending
week.
home sales change month over month for the month of June.
Just fucking dump.
So the forecast is 0.2% on the prior 1.8%, and the pending homes index saw a prior read of 72.6.
Order filled.
Grab something
White
because
House's
I was
Hassett
down for
says the Fed is very
$100.
data
They took the
dependent. I
low.
expect they will catch up soon.
I'm gonna re-enter if we continue lower.
Canadian swap markets see a 19% chance of a Bank of Canada rate cut in September, down from 22% before the policy decision.
That was a good decision. Trend is
Order
still
filled.
down, so I think we might go and hit that yesterday's low.
Hassett says we at the White House 100% respect Fed independence. So again, White House's Hassett says we at the White House 100% respect Fed independence. White House's Hassett
price
says
action
tariff revenue is important to
bearish.
deficit reduction.
Every pop is sold. So we have to stay on the short side. Yeah, approaching London. ES is approaching London again. If we pop higher, I'm gonna be a seller
Starbucks shares
above.
extending decline to 2% now. White House's Hassett says the EU and Japan deals are to help with capital spending boom.
Technically, my stop loss should be up there.
And a Hassett on CNBC says, I'm hopeful that India will open up its market to the US.
Order filled.
Found some strength to take me out. That is 79%.
Italy's economy minister
Problem.
says the government has some proposals to make to the US on a web tax to avoid risk of retaliation.
Still gonna fucking go down, I think. Now we got that 500 waiting.
And White House's Hassett's interview on CNBC
So-
has now ended. Before concluding, Hassett did say that a deal with India will be an absolute game changer for the global economy.
95, actually.
So in 5 minutes time now, at the top of the hour, we see the release of the US pending home sales change month over month. Forecast 0.2% on the prior 1.8%, and the pending homes index saw a prior read of 72.6.
Order
A little
filled.
long here. I have to be quick, very quick. Yeah. Over here. You don't want to overstay the counter trading.
Hassett added that Trump is frustrated with the progress that we've made with India. So Hassett's interview on CNBC has ended, though it does
Order
seem he's still
filled.
making comments to
Fucking hell.
reporters outside of the interview.
$90. Didn't take it.
White House's Hassett says on India Trade that Trump thinks that tariffs will help the situation.
Order
Let's try
filled.
one more time. Let's push towards 500.
Hassett says the 25% tariff will address and remedy the India situation.
No.
White House's Hassett on the India trade deal says Trump and USTR's Greer will have more information on the additional penalty shortly. Hassett says looking at a 4% growth for the third quarter. So keep in mind in Trump's Truth Social post where he announces the tariff on India, he did also note a penalty to India for buying oil from Russia, and did say that he'll add an additional penalty due to this, but didn't specify any
Order
more.
filled.
Hassett saying that Trump and Greer
Squeeze
will have
now.
more information on this penalty shortly.
Come on. Squeeze. You never know.
White House's Hassett on Canada says there is still hope for progress.
You never know. They might actually take this up again.
1 minute now for the US pending homes data.
Come on, man. Fuck.
White House's Hassett says India might cut prices to the US and reconsider their practices. Hassett on China trade says Trump is to be briefed today.
No, I don't think.
Ten seconds to data.
It should pop higher.
Minus 0.8%, minus 0.8%, lower than forecast 0.2%. The pending homes index at 72.72.
Pop, motherfucker. Looks like failure. I'm cutting
Order
one
filled.
off. Let's see if they're gonna take that up or not.
Order filled. Order filled.
We have posted out the
See
US
if we get
pending
a
home
rate
sales
now.
June 2025 report on the feed for those interested.
It's 490. 5, but it's just struggling. It's really struggling. Yeah. It's not doing it. Not doing it. We did take that liquidity down here, so possibility of coming back up is yeah.
So White House's Hassett has now ended his additional remarks to reporters following his CNBC interview.
Maybe just waiting for another rotation, but maybe they will do it within this rotation between 10 o'clock and 10:15. The buyers are stepping in. I mean, last minute on the 5-minute candle. I don't see much liquidity above, to be honest.
Dilchik said, pay up this food scam. Okay, we got some buyers coming in. Let's see how far we're gonna go. $490. We could get $490 to somewhere here.
Order filled.
Take that. We'll reevaluate the situation once above. Okay, that looks bullish now. We got a further leg up here. Okay,
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna try a long. But okay, 1000 delta, that's not bad. 1300.
Stop top NQ buy.
Getting a little bit of push. Got some stops popping.
Smooth said need to fix the flux capacitor so I can go back in time and long this Ponzi in 1995.
$1,600 delta, so that's a positive news for bulls. We have liquidity now. 500, 505, 510. We could push towards this high again. 79% drop. Got this fair value gap here. Have to be aware of it. But if we leave that fair value gap, that's a really bullish situation. I would like to add, but this market, man, it's just keep dropping all the time. Where are we anyway? We are here. If we get up here and
US
stay
copper
up here,
stockpiles at 21-year high as tariff deadline
we got a
looms.
situation where if we get up there, stay up here, then this could be a good push
Bank
towards
of
the high.
Canada sees firms moving to compliance with the
Ah,
USMCA
goddammit,
on
going
95%
back.
of goods.
Has to, it has to. It has to.
Also from the Bank
Delta
of Canada, they say US
1500,
tariff
that's
rate
not a
on
bad
Canada
delta.
has risen approximately 5 percentage points. So again, the US tariff rate on Canada has risen approximately 5 percentage points.
I'm gonna add
Order
here one.
filled.
Got to risk a little bit. Technically I should have a stop loss down here, but down here. Okay, I'll just. This is just again violating this fair value gap. It does it all the time, Nasdaq. And then comes back up. Five more minutes on this rotation. One rotation is 15 minutes. And what now? You're gonna stop me in reverse? That's what you wanna do? Yeah, that's what you wanna do. Stop me in reverse. God damn it.
shouldn't have stayed so long. But I saw this 1,200, 300 delta. Now we basically made 1,200 delta to the downside. So we cancelled that move completely.
Order
Get out,
filled.
man. Let's wait for this. This is what I'm supposed to get out anyway. Okay.
Order filled.
Let's go up.
Order filled.
Yeah, reverting this 5-minute candle. We were down 1,200. Now we're down minus 800 on this candle. I'm talking about delta. So actually minus 600 now. So buyers are stepping in. For 8 seconds. Still within the optimal trade entry. This is so
Alex
choppy,
TWB
man.
said, "Good morning, David Cantu."
Use it to hit this London high. $490, 500. It's opening price still. Let's go.
IAEA Chief Grossi to visit Moscow in late September.
Honestly.
Furthermore, that was TASS site's Rosatom head.
I don't like that anymore. I do not like this anymore. No, sir. No, sir.
Let's just chop. So market has been dipping. I don't think we're going up. I don't think we're gonna go up. I think they're gonna flush it into the low. Now it's pumping.
Stop ES buy.
Okay, ES is pumping.
Sweep NQ sellers. Absorption NQ buyers.
Let's go in.
The Chinese CCTV says China Commerce Minister meets executives from Boeing and Apple.
It's 10:19. If they want to go, we have to go around just before 10:30, 10:25, 10:30. If they're not gonna do that move higher by 10:30, if we're not gonna close above here. We're not gonna go higher. We're just gonna dump.
Bottom of the hour, we get the US crude oil inventories. Forecast for EI crude oil inventories for a draw of 2.6 million. Prior was a draw of 3.169 million. And look for a range of build of 1.80 million to a draw of 6.127 million. In the EI gasoline inventories, looking for a draw of 1.1 million. Prior was a draw of 1.738 million. Distillate inventories forecast is for a draw of 0.4 million. Prior was a build of 2.931 million. Cushing inventories, prior was a build of 0.455 million. Looking to last night's API data, we had API crude coming in at a build of 1.539 million compared to the expected draw of 2.5 million. And crude Cushing inventories yesterday came in at a build of 0.465 million.
Iceberg
Distillate
ESL.
inventories came in at a build of 4.189 million. Gasoline stock change for API came in at a draw of 1.739 million.
Sweep ES buyers. Sweep ES buyers. Stop ES buy.
So 25:30 they need to make a move.
50K on red.
If they don't,
Republican Majority Leader Thune, speaking on Fox News, says that we're prepared to move on Russia sanctions bill if required.
go down here.
Stop NQ buy.
Okay, he's just taking this high. Got London. But they don't need to go there because they've been there already, so. breath is negative.
Also remind at the bottom of the hour we get the Bank of Canada press conference at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have posted out the video on the feed for you to watch.
Sweep NQ buyers. Absorption NQ sellers.
Very fast. They managed to climb back up there. It's basically all Asia. We are within the range of Asia, pretty much. Popping higher.
Sweep NQ buyers. Absorption
Please
NQ
keep an eye on
sellers.
the S&P 500. Just seeing a little bit of movement towards the upside here. No headlines as of yet relate to move, but we'll keep an eye out and relay that to you as soon as we do get anything.
Okay. What now?
Trade envoy Lee for China says China is to boost imports from Sweden. Prime is going to get the crude oil inventories. Forecast is for a draw of 2.6 million. Prior was a draw of 3.169 million. Gasoline inventories
said I'm
forecast is for a
jacked.
draw of 1.1
I'm
million.
jacked to
Prior
the
was a
tits.
draw of 1.738 million. Distillate inventories forecast is for a draw of 0.4 million. Prior was a build of 2.931 million. And Cushing inventories prior was a build of 0.455 million. We're also expecting the press conference with Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem at the bottom of the hour as well.
Order filled.
I'm gonna try short here.
Order filled.
Changing my mind, there's this 520 still waiting, so they might pop here. $25 waiting. I don't know. I think
Let's keep in mind Senate Republican leader Thune has finished speaking on Fox News now.
we didn't do much.
French agricultural minister says, I have little information available, but I'm hearing that there could be a 0-for-0 deal for spirits, and that it wasn't clear for wine.
Go for a wake up here.
but this liquidity is at 20. Let's move this up. We reached that liquidity already. We have. It's a shit day today, honestly. Further you go.
Order filled.
Short.
One minute remaining now. I'll lead with the EIA crude oil inventories.
This could be it. This could be it.
Order filled.
I might come back one more time. Might come back one more time.
10 seconds. A build of 7.698 million, a build of 7.698 million, higher than the expected draw of 2.6 million. Gasoline inventories, a draw of 2.724 million, a draw of 2.724 million, which is lower than the expected draw of 1.1 million. Distillates inventories, a build of 3.635 million, a build of 3.635 million,
Order
higher than
filled.
the expected draw of 0.4 million, and crude Cushing inventories, a build of 0.69 million, a build of 0.69 million.
Order filled.
Going up.
We have posted out the weekly EIA inventories report on the feed for those interested. Did see a little bit of weakness in WTI crude prices off of that larger than expected storage build in crude inventories.
$10.30. One hour of trading.
So keep in mind the Bank of Canada press briefing with Governor Macklem is now live. The video is on the feed.
1
for those
hour of
interested.
trading. Not doing much.
Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers.
Okay, we got a breakout. We got the breakout. But I know this market is just no liquidity, nothing here. Yes, it's got liquidity up to 25.
550. There you go. Failure. Let's try it short one more time here. We didn't go far on the 1030 push. And I'm thinking market could collapse.
According to sources, US oil producer Chevron received restricted US authorization to operate in Venezuela.
I got liquidated now at 530.
Smoother said soon trademark.
Order filled.
Adding for drop lower. But the market is not doing it yet. Oh fuck. They pushed higher. Okay. Out.
Order filled.
Out, out, out. Didn't work.
Order filled.
Treasury Secretary Bessent says, I'm confident confidence and momentum are coming back to the US economy. So again, Bessent says confidence and momentum are coming back to the US economy. So keep in mind, Treasury Secretary Bessent currently speaks at an event in Washington. Bessent says underlying fundamentals and Trump policies are incredible.
Order filled.
2 Nectarines said strawberries, cherries, and Ken Griffin's kiss in spring. The summer dump is really made of all these things.
So we have put out the live video where US Treasury Secretary Bessent is speaking at this Breitbart event in Washington. It's on the feed for those interested.
I'm still trying the short. But past. Still trying. Very choppy market. But I think
Dr. John Dorian said skyrockets in flight. Afternoon
this
delight.
can happen now. Fucking hell, man. Can't even close this shit. Move this. As long as we don't take this high, I'm good.
Jeffy Drummer said pump this thing. Some of us got places to be.
Besant says, I'm not overstating to say that China is a bit on its heels in talks. So again, it's not overstating to say China is a bit on the heels in talks. Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem says strong core measures of inflation have got our attention. Besant notes Japan and EU deals preceded talks with the China team. Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem again, elevated core inflation helped prompt the rate pause. Besant says the rest of the world is now with us. Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem did add that some of the factors that may be causing that increase in core inflation should unwind.
God damn it. Just drop a little bit. Maybe go and grab this liquidity here. That would be nice.
Besant says, we haven't seen unbalanced economy like China's since the 1800s.
They want to pump me.
The Indian government on US bilateral trade says the government will take all steps necessary to secure our national interest. And Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem says it's hard to be as forward-looking as usual when you've got an unusual amount of uncertainty. Keep in mind the Bank of Canada did remove all forward guidance from their rate statement, citing the US trade situation. Macklem says we need to set policy considering tariff risks.
Yes, it's looking better for a drop.
Order filled.
God damn it. Drop, motherfucker. You know you wanna drop. Come on.
Voice news disconnected.
Yes, it's taking that long.
The US is the hottest economy. We have set conditions to quicken.
Come on. Come on, Nasdaq. Pull. Pull now. God damn it. Fuck off. Unbelievable.
Stop
Maybe
NP
not.
buy.
Maybe not. Maybe now they're gonna pull it. Yeah, the problem is that he just took that 15-minute.
French finance minister says the EU negotiation strategy may not have showed enough vigor.
Nasdaq didn't.
And
And
Bank
they're
of Canada's
taking
Governor
out
Macklem says the
fucking
situation hasn't changed much since June. French Trade Minister says it is wrong to say that the UK secured a better deal than the E EU.
Feels like Nasdaq didn't finish that drop. Well, we anyway on the ground scheme of things up here. Yeah, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up.
Iceberg and Pucell.
Kind of knew they're gonna dump it, but I thought Nasdaq's gonna do it as well. They still managed to push higher, but yes, it's not doing much. Yes, it's not doing much, so I'm gonna hold this yet. Still a possibility we're gonna get down to this 520, so at least I can get out.
Treasury Secretary Bessent says Europe is a regulatory morass.
Iceberg and Pucell.
Bessent adds the Chinese economic model is starting to implode.
Yeah, yes, it's not doing much. That was stupid anyway. Come on. Jump it.
Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem says, I'm not expecting a major export rebound in Q3.
That's just by one tick.
Besant says we can keep negotiating on trade past August 1st if there's no deals. Again, Besant, we can keep negotiating on trade past August 1st if no deals.
God damn it.
Besant says, I encourage people not to panic if there's no deals by August 1st. Expect a busy August with trade deals still to be done. Besant says, I'd like to see a bit of imagination from the Fed. Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem says the sad reality is that tariffs mean the economy is going to work less efficiently and there's going to be less income. Besant repeats that the Fed are wrong on tariff inflation.
Dildzik said dump this fucking scam.
Besant repeats the market is pricing in Fed rate cuts.
Dump the fucking thing.
Said I can say fuck it in here.
BOC's Macklem says we are going to make sure that a tariff problem doesn't become an inflation problem.
Yes, it's dropping.
Order filled. Order filled.
Just close some of it.
Besant says not expecting a rate cut from the Fed.
Yeah, Besant says, I'm not expecting a rate cut today from the Fed.
This is bearish. There we go. It's 15 minutes.
Ryan Mack said knife. Sharp, sharp knives.
Order filled.
It's 11 o'clock at the low, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yes, it's dipping. Yes, could get down to this. So I'm thinking. Actually, I'm gonna leave it. Unless we break this. Actually,
Order filled.
Let's just add it now. Let's add.
Two Nectarines said, let the end shoe hit the floor. Lord, the end ink hit the floor. Oh, ah, ah, ah.
Order filled.
Zeppela 69's your fund balance is 640.
$500 actually.
Order filled.
At the same time, I'm thinking if EOS is gonna continue, Nasdaq might continue as well. So I should probably take 3 here to this 500 level. Yeah. Yeah, 500 level is ready to be hit.
Order filled.
God damn it.
Bank of Canada's Macklem says Canada needs to think about its place in global trade. Furthermore, Macklem says Canada has opportunities to diverse trade from US.
Order filled.
$500. Okay, let's just.
Bank of Canada's
Try
Governor
to
Macklem
price
and Senior Deputy
500.
Governor Rogers conclude the press conference.
Order filled.
Okay. So we have something there. Yes, it's dipping in.
This is Donald J. Trump. Yeah.
Let's see if we get a continuation.
And I'm gonna do a little advert for Financial Juice. You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Can you believe it? Instead of a 67% tariff, you get a discount. It's huge.
Order
I'll take everything. Minus 80. Much better than being minus 500.
What are you waiting for? Come on, do it.
Breaking lower. Hitting view up, which you don't see here.
Iceberg and Q buy.
So, technically I was right about this drop into that level. It's just this idea of if market is not pumping at 10:30, they started to pump, like they're not pumping.
Iceberg ES buy.
Okay, let's wait for a good entry here. This could be a good entry somewhere here. $500. Okay, let's do this a little bit different. So,
TWB community man.
So, we'll see. They're hitting London.
Just keeping an eye on the markets here, the S&P 500 just reversing its earlier gains, now close to flat on the session. No news catalyst for this leg to the downside we're seeing here, just keeping our eyes on the wires nonetheless.
So we closed here. I got another 20 points. Looks like ES is going towards 400.
Southern Copper executive says we maintain positive long-term outlook for copper, but believe intense US-China trade war will affect economic growth worldwide.
Guys, if you're watching this, please subscribe and hit the like button. I'm trying to help myself with, keep myself afloat, basically. Trying to see some positive outcome from this trading. Build up some subscriptions, improve my trading, build up discipline, which I wasn't disciplined on this one. Could have fucking closed. I was in decent a little profit down here, but it's just kind of, you see, ES never took that high, but Nasdaq did. SMT, we have SMT basically here with ES.
Yeah, so now we're trying to get in another long, short for the continuation. Probably into this yesterday low. We have played that liquidity already. Oh, look at the ES. ES is just dumping.
Treasury Secretary Percent has concluded his remarks.
I have liquidity at 1995 and 500, but with the ES dumping. Okay, a new rotation starts at another 15 minutes. So 11:15. We could get a little bit of pullback into this fair value gap. You could scalp long into that. I mean, at the same time, he has collected a lot of liquidity, so there is a danger that we could actually reverse and go back up. So that's your scalp.
S&P 500 erases gains.
I'll try short here for some sort of scalp. It's the first touch of fair value gap.
Order filled.
$50. So here's the area low from yesterday. Yeah, we've been in a long here, right? Difficult long one. But we have inverted it. Inverted once, came back.
Iceberg and Q buy.
We got the push. So again, the
Iceberg
same
and
area.
Q buy.
All day. Look at us. Asia, London, New York, basically sitting in the same place.
Spot gold falls 1%.
Today we have FMOC decision about the rates, but I don't think they're gonna change anything. So market probably will continue.
City sees
Nah, that
trend
looks
more
long.
growth in November 2026 versus May previously.
It's 22 past. Should get up there, to be honest. We have liquidity. Let's go.
Order filled.
Looks bullish. 500, 505. They should test this. Not even 1-to-1, but $22 past. Yeah, we'll make it 1-to-1. That's gonna be 1-to-1. $500. Probably it's gonna turn around in front of me as usual.
Order filled.
One tick. Okay. Yeah. That was quick and nice. Nice little scalp. Nice little scalp. Okay. Trapped liquidity up here. So initially I wanted to short this, but I wanted to short as well. If market decided to come back up immediately, then I could short it. Now they build it up. They had shorts here, they had shorts here, shorts here. Who knows what's gonna do? What they're gonna do now? We might just keep going. But we'll
wait for another trade. Okay, we're approaching this trap liquidity. I am tempted, I'm not gonna lie. I am tempted. But better is 513 this liquidity. That's pretty much where we broke. Market structure shift was here. They couldn't push into that. When did we close? Exit price 99.75. Oh, that's good. There you go, and it happened. Wow.
Sweep NQ buyers. Absorption NQ sellers.
coffee time. Okay, looks like a breakout to the downside. I think we're gonna go a second leg down. I'm gonna pop one more time. 6 for 10. No. We do have this further leg up here. Let's have a look on 15 minutes. What do we have here? Okay, we did take that. We took that. We might pop into this further leg up one more time. Yeah, but this is just asking to hit this yesterday low. Look at it. That's your leg. So what's that level? Alright. That is actually overnight low before Asia.
Welcome to Think with Bookmaps, where we trade futures in a blink with It's the TWB community. It's the TWB community, man. Yeah, it's the TWB community. Welcome to Think with Book Maps, where we trade futures in a blink with book maps. And for that though, you gotta think with book maps. It's book maps, it's book maps, it's book maps. All these guys are saying, where the females at, man? I'm saying, bro, what are you on about, man? I'm trying to trade futures in here, bro. We trade futures, man. This is futures trading. If you wanna go find a girlfriend, then go on Tinder, bro. Go on Tinder, go on Hinge. Go on some other app, bro. We trade futures in here. Think with Book Maps community. It's the Think with Book Maps community, man.
According to Kyoto, Japan LDP plenary meeting to be held August 8th.
Okay, I think this is over.
Well, it's me again. It's Donald J. Frickin' Trump, okay? And if you're sick and tired of hearing my voice in this ad, which is pretty sad, all you've got to do is go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Beautiful, big, huge discount. So what are you waiting for? Come on, do it.
Looks like market is stalling right now. Not much movement. Basically, not much happened. I mean, I'm not happy with this short. Could have closed that when I was in. I think I was shorting here. Could have closed that when we took that low, or at least place my stop loss break even. But I know that ES was falling at that time and they dipped. Nasdaq started to pump. Got saved, to be honest. I should have put my stop loss here and then re-enter my short again here, or here, even better, but not always you're gonna get that. So
Southern Copper says contracts priced in
nah, but I'm not
are
gonna do
being
anything.
honoured.
It's too late now, it's 11:30,
Iceberg
11:40.
ES5.
That's the time when the lunchtime starts and you're gonna be trading with Argos. This might go up. I might just turn around and go down. There's no continuation, nothing. at this time, very difficult to trade. So I think I'm gonna take a break and come back around 2 p.m. and see what kind of price action we're gonna get. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream right now. Thanks for watching, guys, and like and subscribe. You witnessed Trap Trader trading live ESNQ futures, the good and the bad things. No cutting, no editing, just a real trading. Take care. See you at base rate this